Okay, people, so The Fall Guy. This was from director David Leitch and written by Drew Pearce. The film is produced by David Leitch, Kelly McCormick, Guyman Cassidy, and Ryan Gosling. Executive produced by Cecil O'Connor, Jeff Shertich, and Drew Pearce. Co-produced by Paul Barry. Dominic Lewis took care of the music. Jonathan Zeller was down with the cinematography. Elizabeth Randerstota was down on editing duties. Lindsey Graham and Mary Venu handled the casting. Production design is David Schooneman. Art direction, Patrick James Howe, Sarah Larkham, Max Nadilo, Tania Nicol, Charlie Rivera, Marina Vasconcelos. Set decoration was Christian Peterson. Sarah Evelyn handled costume design. Right? And our cast. So Ryan Gosling is Colt Seavers. Emily Blunt is director Jody Moreno. Aaron Taylor Johnson is the guy Colt stunts for, Tom Ryder. Right, we've then got producer Gail Meyer, played by Hannah Waddingham. Iggy Star is played by Teresa Palmer. Alma Milan is played by Stephanie Hoos. Right, Dan Tucker, played by Winston Duke. We got Venti Kushner, played by Zara Mickles. Right, there is Nigel, played by Adam Dunn. Dune, played by Matus. Right, Dressler, played by Ben Knight. Who else do we have? Birdie, played by Iona Sula. Rush McCabe, played by Gregory J. Fryer. Mike, played by Simu Filippo. Fry, played by Dan Reardon. Armstrong, played by Andy Owen. That's probably our main lot of people. And there's so many people, man. Stunts and all of that, right? There is one person that definitely... So we've got Henry, who is not listed there, but I know where he is listed. Okay, where the fuck is this? Jesus Christ. Justin Eaton plays Henry, right? Who is actually, interestingly enough, Ryan Gosling's real life stunt double, which I think was a nice touch. You know what I mean? Because the film's about stunt people. So it was cool doing that. Right, the gist of the film. He's a stuntman, and like everyone in the stunt community, he gets blown up, shot, crushed, thrown through windows, and dropped from the highest of heights, all for our entertainment. And now, fresh off an almost career-ending accident, this working-class hero has to track down a missing movie star, solve a conspiracy, and try to win back the love of his life, while still doing his day job. What could possibly go right? So if you do not know, The Fall Guy, right, was a TV series. It was a TV series that, what did it do? It ran from 1980, I think it was 1986, right? I think it ran from 1986. It was no, it was 81 to 86. It was a lot of fun. Created by Glenn A. Larson, starred Lee Majors. Man, I watched that shit as a kid. Man, I loved it. I loved it. Tuned in every week. You know what I mean? And yeah, this film was based on that. Now, yo, when I heard this was getting made, I was a little like, yo, will people actually know the original, right? How are they gonna attract people to this? But then you look at the cast and you're like, yo, it's a good cast, right? David Leitch is a great director. Made some fun films, you know what I mean? So, yeah, there's all of that going for it. And, man, we get a load of very cool stunts thrown in, and because it's about a stunt man, you see, now we don't necessarily see exactly how the stunts are done, but we do get this kind of pull back curtain, slightly look at things, and I thought this worked very well. I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy this film, right? Because it kind of got panned, right? It didn't make the money everyone thought it would, but then again, so many films did. You know what I mean? Did that last year, right? They were projected to be one thing and they just didn't. I do think, in part, it's the marketing of the film. I think it's one of those things. They just kind of couldn't find the way to really tell the story to draw people in. You know what I'm saying? Because, as I said, the cast was great. And this was a fun story. You know what I mean? Like, a guy gets injured and then he's like, it's finding his way back, trying to win back the girl that he loved but ignored. You know what I mean? Just all of this. And then we've got this kind of missing film star plot, which actually I did think, you know what I mean, takes you to a place where you weren't quite expecting. You know what I mean? I honestly didn't quite see where this was going. So I was happily surprised at the end, like we get some karaoke. There's goofy lines, fights with fake props. You know what I'm saying? I did think this worked very well. And it kind of captured the old school action vibe. That's the thing with this. It kind of did that. And I wouldn't mind watching Metal Storm. Like, Metal Storm looks like it would be this generation's Flash Gordon. And who doesn't love Flash Gordon? Right? So, yeah, I think Metal Storm could work. And I love the way throughout the film, we've got kind of the making of Metal Storm. And then at the very end, we see, like, the first footage of Metal Storm, but with a slight twist. And, yeah, looked good. It did look good. It looked fun, So it's just like, this film, when you break it down, it's got everything you kind of want from an action flick. You know, it was fun. There was a lot of action. There was things blowing up. There were one-liners, right? There was cheese galore. There was cheese galore. You know what I mean? If you're lactose intolerant, you need to be careful for sure. But you know what I mean? It works. It really did work. And you felt for the characters. There's like the scene where Cole opens up, right, about everything. You know what I mean? It was touching. It was touching, you know? So yeah, I was very happily surprised by The Fall Guy. My boy Ware, right? He said he liked it. Now, he's steered me wrong in the past. He's told me about some right straight up stinkers. But I gotta hand it to the motherfucker. He was right. He was right. The Fall Guy does its thing. Definitely does its thing. And it's a shame that people kind of slept on it. You know what I mean? But I think it's one of those films that will find a life for itself on, you know, VOD. You know what I mean? I think people will find it on digital and all of that. And yeah, we'll have people kind of turn around on the film. You know, it could definitely be a series. You know, we could definitely see more stories from Fall Guy Productions. And we get a great nod to the original film at the end in the mid-credits. Right? I thought that was fun. And also in the credits, we see footage from the film, but it's got the filter of like the original TV series along with the theme song, right? So it was just like, oh, that's a nice little nod, man. That's a nice little nod. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think if you like action flicks, you know, if you like the work of David Leitch, you know, like what was the shit he directed? I mean, he's directed a lot of stuff, right? I mean, there's definitely stuff that I didn't really like, but has been big. You know what I mean? Like, he directed John Wick. You know, well, he's one of the directors. He co-directed John Wick, we should say. And he directed Atomic Blonde. Like, he directed Deadpool 2, which I didn't like, but a load of people did. Like, it's the same with Hobbs and Shaw and Bullet Train, you know? So he's definitely, you know what I mean, doing his thing, right? He produced Nobody and Violent Nights, which were frigging great. So, yeah, if you enjoy Leitch, the type of films that he does, if you like the John Wick films and all of that, I think you would enjoy The Fall Guy. And for me, right, The Fall Guy is the kind of thing that you kind of wish Fast and the Furious was. You know what I mean? This is the kind of action film that I find fun, you know? But yeah, look, it's available now on all your VODs. I watch it on Now TV, you know what I mean? But yeah, you'll find it all over the shop. So people, check it out. The Fall Guy.